The gale-force winds howled through the narrow village streets, making the tiny paper lanterns swing like frantic, trapped spirits. Rain fell in a relentless torrent, a liquid hammer pounding against the tiled rooftops. Inside, the storm's fury found a new stage. Leo stared, his breath catching in his throat as a steady stream of water cascaded from the ceiling beam. It wasn't just a drip, it was a miniature waterfall, mirroring the deluge outside and threatening to swallow his small home. The puddle on the wooden floor grew with alarming speed, a dark, spreading stain that seemed to consume the candlelight. A chill deeper than the autumn air crept into the room as the storm outside screamed its violent song. Summoning what courage he had left, Leo scrambled onto the treacherous roof, the wind immediately tearing at him like a physical predator. It threatened to hurl him into the churning darkness below with every gust. The rain, cold and sharp as needles, soaked him to the bone in an instant. His fingers, numb and clumsy, fumbled with shingles and tar, but his desperate repairs were futile. The storm simply mocked his efforts, washing away his work as soon as it was done. Through the blinding sheets of water, a figure emerged from the gloom. It was Elara, the village recluse, her dark cloak strangely still, untouched by the tempest that raged around her. In her outstretched hand, she held a hammer, its iron head black and its wooden handle worn smooth by time. It felt ancient, heavy with unspoken history. With the strange hammer in his grasp, Leo returned to his task. The moment he struck the first nail, the sound didn't just echo. It boomed in perfect time with a deafening clap of thunder that shook the very foundations of the house. A flash of lightning blazed across the sky, and in that stark, momentary brightness, he saw the puddle on the floor below transform. The water was no longer still but swirled into intricate, arcane symbols, glyphs he had never seen before. He glanced towards the window, and another lightning strike illuminated Elara's face. She stood in the downpour, her eyes wide, unblinking, and fixed directly on him with an intensity that pierced through the rain and his very soul. Then, as suddenly as it had begun, the storm ceased. The wind died, the rain vanished, and an unnatural, profound silence descended upon the village, more unsettling than the preceding chaos. The leak was fixed, the roof secure, but the air inside the house was thick, damp, and chillingly cold, clinging to the skin like a shroud. On the floor, the strange symbols in the water pulsed with a faint, ethereal glow before slowly fading into the wood. Leo's gaze fell upon the hammer, which he had set on a small table. A wisp of black fog, like a single exhalation of breath, coiled around its head as the tool itself throbbed with a dim, dark light, a silent promise of a debt now owed.